Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you guys a little hip mobility flow that you can do easily in the morning or before your workout. This is going to be great for anybody who moves their body in any way, shape, or form, or honestly people who don't move their body enough. Anybody could use this. You could use this as a warm-up for exercise, or you can just use this for a general mobility routine for your hips, just to slowly try to improve your hip mobility over time. And it does take work, so be patient with these. So the first one I'm going to show you is a hip 90-90. We've talked about this before on our channel, but this is one of our favorite exercises. If you get into this position and you're like this and you can't get upright, then you definitely need to work on it. So you want to try to get up nice and tall. You know, like I said, you probably will be like leaned over a little bit, and if you need to hold a hand down just for balance, that's fine. At least in the beginning, and then try to make it your goal to work towards getting up nice and tall with no support. And then you can just kind of like rock back and forth a little bit, trying to think about pushing your back butt cheek down to the floor. That may cause your front knee to come up a little bit, but that's totally normal. And then when you do that, you should kind of feel like an internal stress right here on this back leg. So you can just kind of do 10 rocking back and forth. Then you can kind of just lean forward over this front knee, and then when you do that, you should feel a stretch in your front butt cheek or glute. You can kind of just hold that for like 10 seconds or so. And if you are able to, a fun challenge is to try to keep your feet where they are and then rotate your knees over the top. Okay, so you can, if you're able to do that, you can go back and forth maybe like 5 or 6 times. If you can't do that yet, then you can just simply switch your legs back and forth like this. And then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna have your opposite leg in front now, spread your feet out so they're like making a 90-degree angle. Again, push the back butt cheek down 10 times or so, and then lean forward over that front knee. The next one I'm gonna show you is gonna be more for the front of your hip. So we're going to get into a half kneeling position. Back up here. So you're gonna be in a half kneel position. This is gonna, like I said, stretch the front of your down leg. So you're going to kind of tilt your butt back a little. We usually will tell people, like if you're a dog and you're tucking your tail between your legs, that's kind of what you want to think about. And then you're just gonna take your back butt cheek and squeeze it. And then as soon as you tuck and then squeeze your back butt cheek, you should feel a good stretch right in the front of your hip. So a lot of times people will get into this position and they'll just start doing this. That just puts a lot of unnecessary stress on the front of the hip. You don't need to do that to feel a stretch. Just kind of do what I said with the tilt and the squeeze, and you should feel it right away. So you can kind of just squeeze, relax, and go back and forth maybe 10 times. Or you can just squeeze and hold it for like 30 seconds if you prefer to just do a prolonged hold. That's fine too. So again, you're gonna do that on both sides. Same thing. Just kind of squeezing, feeling that stress right in the front there. Next one that I really love to do is to sit in the bottom of a squat. So I don't want you to like hold a tension squat. I just want you to kind of drop your butt down as far as you can. You're gonna push your knees out with your elbows, and then you're just gonna kind of rotate back and forth. So this, you should feel a stretch, maybe right on the inner thigh, maybe on the front of the hip. It kind of depends where you have a lot of your tightness, and just kind of go back and forth. And then what we're gonna also do is hit the hamstrings just a little bit. So you're gonna hold your toes, you're gonna push your butt up and kind of feel that stretch all through the back of your hamstrings. And then you're gonna pull yourself back down and try to get nice and tall. And then I'll have people go up and down about 5 times with this one. Good, just like that. And then the last move I'm gonna show you guys is gonna be more specific to the inner thigh. So what you're gonna do is put your leg all the way out to the side. You're gonna try to get your foot flat on the floor there, and you're gonna keep your back leg on the floor on this side. Keep your toe up, and then you're gonna just rock your butt straight back towards your heel, okay? So again, you should feel this all through the inner thigh. If you're not feeling it, then you may need to go out a little bit wider, and you wanna make sure you keep this knee straight too, because if you bend this, you won't feel it as much. So knee straight, foot flat, and then you're gonna rock back and forth. Then of course you're gonna do this on both sides. I usually will do like 10 to 15 rocks. I prefer to kind of do more of a dynamic movement instead of static holds. I just think it feels better, back and forth like that. So if you guys go through that at full speed, it shouldn't take more than 5 minutes or so. Like I said in the beginning, you can do this as a warm-up to a workout. You can do this just as a general hip mobility, just to try to improve your mobility. But definitely give all of these a try, and then like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Thank you so much.